Hello everyone, how's your day been going? I hope it's going great. So yeah, let me go straight to the point. In this video, I'm about to tell you about my story going to Kembang Jepun for the first time. Even though I live in Surabaya since I was like a child, but not gonna lie, this is like my first time going to that street. So yeah, I decided to go twice to that street, and when I go in the day, it was really crowded street, and I guess like I stuck in the jam like once. Yeah, but when I talk with the people in the area, they say that before the pandemic, the street was really more crowded, and yeah, it's really crowded and busy street since there's a lot of stores, so there's also a lot of people that shopping and trading and that type of stuff. So because at that time it was like the heat is really got into me. It's like a really hot day at the point that I was thinking, I guess I'm not gonna stopping by. I just gonna ride my bike and then going in the area. It's like a street. It's I guess it's like 1 kilometer. Yeah, that's how long the street. So I just think at that time just gonna ride my bike and just straight out going back home after I just looking around. Yeah, and then when you first enter the street, you're gonna be greeting by like a huge gate. Yeah, I can say it's kind of huge, and the architecture of the gate is like those type of Chinatown that you saw on movie or Singapore's. Kind of look like that. You have two dragon on the both side, and the color is green and red. Those typical stuff. And also about the building, I can say that a lot of building in that street was have a look like old vintage look. I can say it like that. So if you like to take a picture that have a vintage look, yeah, I recommend you to try to go to that street. Maybe you can take a bunch of photo in there. So yeah, try it. It was my experience at the day, and like I said before, there's a lot of building that have a vintage old look. Like not most of them, but I guess it's kind of a lot. And yeah, it's like a type of building that have a one more than one floor, and they usually use the first floor to open the store and something like that. That's one of the reasons why it was like one of the busy street in Surabaya. So yeah, that's my experience in the day. Like I said before, I decided to go twice to that street because they say in the night they open like street food kind of stuff. So yeah, I decided to go again. I decided to go again in the night. I ride my bike, go to that street again, and the atmosphere was really changed. Like before, when I go in the day, the feel is like you're going like to a study tour with your school, those type of stuff. But in the night, it feels like you're the main character on like those 90s Chinese romance type of movie thingy, and your boyfriend just pick you up and decided to take you like on a late night date. Yes, kind of feel like that. And then uh, because I didn't stop by at the day, I decided to stop by at the night, and I was looking for a food, and I bought like two food, one food and one dish. The dish that I bought is called ronde. It's kind of look like a mochi, but like the smaller version one, and it has like kind of the soup from ginger. And the food that I bought, that I ordered, is called pangsit. It's from the famous store called Mi KJ. I think KJ is like the initial from Kembang Jepun, I guess, because before I go, there's a lot of people that recommend me to try one of the food in there. So yeah, I decided to stopping by and then enjoy the food while just feeling the moment, watching the car and people passing by, even though it was not as a lot as people and the car passing by in the day. Yeah, there's still kind of a lot. Yeah, there's still kind of a lot that car that passing by. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a sleepless night at Kembang Jepun. So yeah, like I said before, I said again, the atmosphere was really really enjoyable, and I go home with a full tummy, and I enjoy the trip, I enjoy the atmosphere, I enjoy the food, I basically enjoy everything. Trust me, there's always something about late night trip, even though it's like a small moment, but yeah, there's always a different. So yeah, that's my story about going to Kembang Jepun. So yeah, that's my experience going to Kembang Jepun for the first time. I really recommend you to visit that street, especially if you're from Surabaya like me. Yeah, I recommend you like go to that street like at least once of your time. But if you try to go shopping or bought something, I recommend you to go to that street like in the day, because the store was open at that time. I guess it's starting to open like morning until afternoon, I guess. Yeah, but I believe there's some store that open until the night. But if you're only looking for food and maybe chatting with your friends or your family, maybe I suggest you to go in the nighttime, since there's like a lot of people that opening up like a tent and some restaurant at that time that sell food. There's a lot of type of food, but you can also find like a Chinese food and some of the pork on the menu, and I really recommended that because oh my god, it's really tasty. You can find a lot of tasty food on there. It's a lot of choice, a lot of type. You can find like the halal food and the non-halal food, and yeah, there's usually will write it down on their menus. So yeah, I really recommend you to go to that street, and yeah, hopefully this video will give you like a little insight about Kembang Jepun. Is like actually one of the icon on Surabaya. It's one of the icon, those type of icon that not all of the people know, but it's an icon actually. So yeah, that's all that I can say about Kembang Jepun. And overall, my experience was really great. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.